throughout my career and my life. There's a lot.
WWE has never been short on shocking betrayals and brutal ambushes, but what unfolded on the latest premium live event left fans worldwide stunned and management outraged. In a moment that nobody saw coming, Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker launched a vicious, coordinated assault on none other than Roman Reigns, the tribal chief and one of the most dominant champions in modern WWE history. The aftermath wasn't just chaos in the ring, it reverberated all the way to the office of Triple H, WWE's chief content officer, who wasted no time expressing his fury. In his words, this attack was absolutely unacceptable and a dangerous precedent for the locker room. The attack that shook the arena. Roman Reigns had just wrapped up a grueling main event segment at the Clash of Champions Fallout show, addressing the WWE Universe about his continued dominance as the head of the table. The crowd in attendance hung on every word, a mix of cheers and jeers echoing through the arena. Suddenly, without warning, Bron Breakker's music hit, drawing curiosity but not panic, until he was joined by the massive Bronson Reed. The two stormed the ring, and before Reigns could even raise his guard, they pounced. Breakker exploded with his trademark spear, cutting Reigns in half with the kind of impact that looked like a car crash. The crowd gasped in shock as Reed followed up with his earth-shaking tsunami splash, crushing the tribal chief beneath his 330-pound frame. Fans in the arena described the silence that followed as unnatural, the kind of stunned disbelief usually reserved for historic upsets. This wasn't a simple run-in. This was a coordinated, premeditated hit job on WWE's most powerful star. Why target Roman Reigns? For months, there has been growing tension in the locker room over Roman Reigns' continued dominance. His reign as champion, his association with the bloodline, and his stranglehold on main event spots have all rubbed some superstars the wrong way. Bronson Reed, known as the Auszilla, has repeatedly expressed frustration about being overlooked despite his impressive performances. Meanwhile, Bron Breakker, a second-generation star with raw power and intensity, has long wanted to prove himself against the very best. Together, their assault on Reigns seemed symbolic, a statement that the new blood of WWE was done waiting for opportunities. They were ready to take them by force. Triple H's furious response. Backstage, chaos erupted as medical staff rushed to check on Reigns, who was clutching his ribs and struggling to breathe after the combined assault. Cameras quickly cut to Triple H, who was shown pacing angrily in his office before storming into the gorilla position to address the situation. Triple H didn't mince words. "This is unacceptable. You don't blindside the face of this company. You don't ambush a man who has carried this brand on his back." What Reed and Breakker did tonight wasn't competition. It was an attempted career assassination. The game, visibly seething, promised swift consequences. "There will be repercussions," he said. "This will not stand." If Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker think they've just made names for themselves, they're going to learn there's a line you don't cross in WWE. Locker room divided. The attack sparked heated debate among superstars. Members of the bloodline were reportedly enraged and demanded immediate revenge, while other talents quietly admitted that they admired Reed and Breakker's boldness. A veteran like Seth Rollins was said to be livid at the disrespect shown to Reigns, noting that, "If they can do that to Roman, none of us are safe." Meanwhile, younger talents whispered that the ambush might be the shakeup WWE needs, a way to dethrone an era that has dragged on too long. Backstage politics aside, one thing was clear. Reed and Breakker had lit a fuse, and the explosion was only just beginning. Fan reaction, shock, anger, and intrigue. The WWE Universe reacted instantly online, with hashtags like #ReignsAmbush, #ThisIsUnacceptable, and #Braun and Bronson trending worldwide. Some fans expressed outrage, saying the ambush was disrespectful and cowardly, while others admitted it was one of the most shocking and exciting moments in recent memory. One fan wrote, "This is insane. No one touches Roman like that. Reed and Breakker just painted targets on their backs." Another tweeted, "Triple H is fuming, and honestly, good. But part of me wants to see these two monsters take Reigns to his limit." Clearly, WWE had struck gold in sparking conversation, both outrage and intrigue in equal measure. The condition of Roman Reigns. After the brutal ambush, medical staff confirmed that Roman Reigns had suffered bruised ribs and internal strain but was not seriously injured. However, he was held out of action for precautionary reasons, leaving fans to wonder how long the tribal chief might be sidelined. For a man who built his empire on being indestructible, being laid out in such devastating fashion sent shockwaves through his character's aura of dominance. The image of Reigns gasping for air, while Reed and Breakker stood tall, is one fans won't soon forget. The rise of Reed and Breakker. For Bronson, Reed, and Bron Breakker, this ambush may go down as the night their careers changed forever. Reed, long viewed as underutilized, finally showcased the destructive presence fans have been demanding to see pushed into the main event scene. Breakker, with his pedigree and explosive style, has been pegged as the future of WWE. But on this night, he showed he's ready for the present. Their alliance is unexpected, but terrifying. Breakker's speed and raw power combined with Reed's size and brutality could make them one of the most dangerous duos in WWE history. What happens next? Triple H's furious declaration of repercussions has left fans speculating wildly. Will Reed and Breakker be suspended, fined, or stripped of opportunities? Or will WWE capitalize on the chaos and book an immediate showdown with Reigns? More importantly, this opens a new chapter for Roman Reigns. For years, he has been the untouchable tribal chief. But this attack proves even the mightiest can fall. Could this be the storyline that finally topples Reigns' empire? Or will it serve to make him even more dangerous when he returns? The possibility of a Reigns versus Breakker singles match, or even a handicap showdown against both men, has already captured fans' imaginations. Either way, WWE has set the stage for a battle that could define the next era. Conclusion: the attack on Roman Reigns by Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker at Clash of Champions Fallout was one of the most shocking ambushes in recent WWE memory. It wasn't just about brutality. It was a challenge to authority, dominance, and the established order of WWE itself. Triple H's furious reaction underscored how serious this situation is. The balance of power in WWE has been disrupted, and order must be restored. For Reigns, the attack was a rare moment of vulnerability. For Reed and Breakker, it was their boldest statement yet. The WWE Universe is left with one burning question. What happens when the tribal chief comes back for revenge?